Hello, and welcome to this 10-minute talk on student finance and managing your money. My name's Alicia, and I'm a UK Student Recruitment Officer here at the University of Leicester. Today I'm going to cover a few topics. Firstly, how student finance works, then moving on to how to apply to student finance, and then also giving you some information about additional support from the university. So starting off with actually how student finance works. Well, there are two kind of main places where you can get funding for your university studies. The first one of those is Student Finance England, and you can see from this diagram that you can apply for your tuition fee loan, your maintenance loan, and additional support from Student Finance England. You are also able to apply for bursaries and scholarships directly with your university. Here you can see I've listed the University of Leicester. What I'll do is I'll take a bit of time to go into some of the details of what you can apply for from Student Finance England. So the tuition fee loan, this is the money that covers the fees for going to university. This is currently up to £9,250, and that money goes straight from Student Finance England to your university. So this doesn't come via your bank account. It gets paid from Student Finance to the university that you're hoping to go to. The second pot of money is the maintenance loan, and a really good way to remember this is maintaining your student life. Maintenance loan, maintaining your life. So this money is provided to cover costs such as accommodation, food, bills, books, travel, and this is means tested. So it does depend on your household income and also where you're going to study. The third package is the additional support package, and these are other sources of money available to you, depending on a range of different eligibility criteria. Some of these include packages such as disabled students allowance, childcare grants, parents learning allowance, and adult dependent grants. And I would really recommend taking 5 or 10 minutes to have a look on the Student Finance England websites to understand if you're eligible for some of this additional support. More generally, when you're making your application for your tuition fee loan and your maintenance loan, there are eligibility requirements stipulated by Student Finance England. And again, all of this is found on their website, but I've listed a few details here. For students to be eligible for full student loan support, they will need to have either settled status and can live in the UK without any Home Office restriction, or they're ordinarily a resident in England on the first day of the academic year of their course, or they've been living in the UK for 3 years immediately prior to this date. There are also some other eligibility requirements. You can see a few listed on the screen, but I would really check with Student Finance England on their website just to look at the requirements in full. In terms of what you're actually eligible for from a maintenance loan point of view, I've listed here on the screen the full-time maintenance loans for 2024-2025 year. So you can see here that in the first column you have your household income listed as different ranges, and then some details in the remaining columns about where your university is located. So you can see that living away from your household outside of London, there is the next column. There is also living away in London, and there's also living at home options as well. So you can see that depending on where you choose to live and where your university is located and your household income, that can vary the amount that you will get through a maintenance loan. So do take a bit of time to look and familiarise yourself with some of these figures and try and see where you would fit in. Give yourself an understanding of what type of maintenance loan package you will be eligible for. There are ways to do this on the Student Finance website, so I would really recommend checking them out and actually getting that full information about what you're eligible for. Remember that this is for your maintenance loan. So this is for all of the items for maintaining your student life. So that may be your books, your travel, your food, your accommodation. So start to build up a bigger picture of this is the money I'm eligible for from Student Finance England. How much is my accommodation? How much may my bills be? How much might my travel be? And start to get an idea of, is this meeting the requirements for my finances? Where might I be able to get additional sources of income from, such as those additional support packages I mentioned previously, or things like scholarships or part-time work. I'm going to talk a little bit more now about loan repayment. So this is the system that is currently in place for when you have graduated and when you're looking at working for a company or being self-employed. So we'll talk about the repayment thresholds and actually how you go about paying off your student loan after you've studied for your degree. So when do you actually need to repay your student loan back? Well, actually, there are no repayments until you are earning over a threshold, and that threshold is currently set at £25,000 a year. And that repayment threshold is 9% of everything you earn over that £25,000. It's worth me also saying that all outstanding repayments on a Plan 5 loan will be written off after 40 years. And you do not start repayments until the April after you have completed your studies. So, for example, lots of our students will be graduating in July this year. They actually won't be starting their repayments until the following April, even if they are over that threshold. The last point on this slide is really important. Deductions will be made from your pay through the tax system. So if you're a PAYE employee, if you're employed by a company, those deductions will be made through your pay, and you will see that noted on your payslip as a deduction before it actually arrives at your bank account, and you'll be able to see how much that is. The next slide is here to give you an indication of what those monthly repayments of your student loan look like. So you can see here again, I've written, you will pay 9% of your income over the £25,000 threshold. So you can see that at a salary of £25,000, you haven't gone over that threshold. So your monthly repayment is £0. But you can see that as your salary starts to increase, so say, for example, to £27,000 for the year, your monthly repayments will then start, and it will look around £15 per month at that point. You'll also notice that as your salary increases, your monthly repayment size increases as well. So the more you earn, the more you're paying back some of your student loan. It's important also to say here that at any point, should your salary drop back below that £25,000 threshold, your monthly repayments will stop. So it's very much a changing scale. As your salary increases or decreases, your monthly repayments will be affected accordingly. So I'll just move on now to talk about loan interest and how does that actually all work? Well, loan repayments have changed fairly recently, and there's been lots of details about this in the news and online. The interest rates will be RPI, which is retail price index, plus 0%, i.e. the interest rates will match inflation, which is unlike in previous years. The RPI and the rate applied for student loans is set annually, so it's important to keep an eye on this. And that interest is applied to your student loan until the loan balance is repaid in full or that loan is written off after the outstanding 40 years. So as any other loan, a loan will grow in interest and according to certain interest rates. But do keep an eye on what that looks like on your portal. You can see here I've written that you'll be sent regular updates via post, and you can check your loan balance online, of which you'll be able to see what the rates are at present for your loan that you've taken out. So let's get on to a bit of the practical how to apply. You actually apply online for your student finance money, and the website I've listed here is gov.uk/student finance. It's really important for me to say that you can apply even if you've not made your decisions on UCAS. You can log in later, make those amendments if needed. We would really recommend ticking the box to share information with your university. This means that if your household income is of a certain level, we may be able to, as a university, provide additional support packages for you. It allows us to understand that financial profile and if we can support you further. It's really important to remember to reapply every year for student finance. It's not that you're making this application now for the rest of your degree. You actually need to do this for every year of your degree. It's often a bit quicker in your second year and your third year of university because lots of that information is already inputted for you. What I would also recommend is starting sooner rather than later so you're paid on time. The deadline for new students to submit applications is Friday the 17th of May 2024. So get started if you haven't yet, because you may need to assemble some documents to help you. And the last part of my presentation, I'm going to talk a bit about additional support. These include things like scholarships from the university that you're applying to, and here's a range that we have on offer at the University of Leicester. Some of those include skills that you may already be doing or may already have, including sports, music, choirs, for example. So we are able to look at giving you some money towards things like music lessons, gym memberships to support with you staying in your sport. There are also other scholarships available on our website, so it's really important that you check them out, as these are often not repayable. So it means that they won't accrue as part of your student loan. It's actually money that's given to you that you don't need to pay back. So really do check that out. I would also recommend taking a look at our cost of living hub that you can see on the University of Leicester website. On here, we effectively have a directory of so many valuable financial resources for our students and prospective students. You'll see details about things like our free breakfast initiative, our community kitchen, our laptop loan schemes, and also some of those bursaries, discounts, scholarships that are available on there. And most importantly, it contains details of where our students can get additional financial support from, including contacting people at the university if they're finding things difficult or if they need some additional financial support. Something else that's really key for students to maybe consider when they're going to university is part-time work. And so some of the schemes that we have in place at the University of Leicester include systems such as the Student Ambassador Service, where students can be involved with our open days, maybe also with our campus visits when we have schools come to join us. They can help out with directions, delivering talks on the day, and just being a really friendly face to chat to when we have visitors. There are also other positions, including lead peer mentors, academic reps, and actually within some of the catering and retail outlets too. So it's worth taking a bit of time to have a look at those opportunities, as they can often be really flexible around your university work timetables. So do have a look at those opportunities if they're appealing to you. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks so much for listening. And for more advice and information, please do head to our website at www.le.ac.uk. You can also chat to our students via the website listed on the screen now on our Unibuddy platform. Please do keep connected with us, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.